Hi everybody, I'm Jack Jinseki, and joining me today is Kharne.
Hello.
So Kharne, what kind of content do you like to make?
I I'm basically a game streamer, mostly focused on playing these stuff in my considerable backlog.
hmm So, do you have any games that you generally like more than others?
Not really. The kind of things in my backlog are roughly yes. That said, a lot of my schedule's tied up in a couple big projects right now.
Gotcha. So, how about an example then? What was the last game you played?
Uh, Last thing I did was one of my co-op collabs. We just started Barrow Trauma.
Mm-hmm.
As for the bigger things, I'm very close to finishing Kingdom Hearts 2.
Oh, okay.
Very close. Like, I'm probably getting that next week, and that might be the finale.
I was watching someone play Kingdom Hearts not too long ago, and I thought it was kind of funny because it was like it the way that it played, it looked like it was kind of like a predecessor to Dark Souls in a way. Uh, like it had that. I know that comparison gets tossed around like
Yeah.
nobody's business, but it had it had the difficulty element to it. Is Yeah, yeah. Oh god. Oh my god. I just became one of those people. Oh, it's a hard game that makes it like Dark Souls. Oh my god.
The Dark
I have
Souls
to
of video game comparisons.
I'm gonna cut that shit out.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm not gonna cut it out. So, what made you want to be a VTuber?
I had actually been streaming for about 1 or 2 years beforehand with basically just a little user pick in the corner while I figured out what I was going to do. I figured I
Hmm.
should get some on-screen presence, but hmm, webcam. Yeah, anyone who poked into my room while I'm streaming would end up getting broadcasted over the internet. And also, random people would be able to just see into my room, which is kind of weird. You know what? Vroid's free. We'll cobble together something real quick. We'll be a VTuber. There we go. Problem solved.
So, what was the process for creating your character?
Uh, it was kind of just on the fly. It's not like I had some elaborate thing set up. I was more looking at what would work, what looks good.
Hmm.
Friend of mine did point me to this model that I'm using. Kind of, it's a base model that I think someone just tweaked the settings so that it looks a bit older.
Hmm.
Because like, there's a previous version before I used it, I looked like a little kid. I looked like some 10-year-old brat, which kind of funny, but also no, I'm like 42, guys.
Yeah, like maybe you don't want exactly that kind of audience.
Yeah.
So, do you have any lore for your character?
I like to tell people my lore is that on my 40 something streaming through his gaming backlog. It's a very easy lore to upkeep because it turns out I'm a 40 something streaming through his gaming backlog.
There you go. The 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 best lie is that which is closest to the truth.
Yeah.
So, what's your favorite moment from being a VTuber?
I kind of still, it's put as a video online. I kind of like how I did my debut because I
Hmm.
kind of speed ran it.
Hmm. So can you go into that? What exactly happened?
Uh, I basically just went through what was expected in a VTuber debut very quickly and mostly in a very ridiculous way. Like I said, okay, so first thing you gotta do is post lore. I then post an image of lore, by which I mean the character from Star Trek The Next Generation.
Ah, I actually don't remember that character. Uh,
I also, like near the end of it, I posted, okay, now you got to post goals. I post an image of several soccer goals, noting, and just keep in mind, some of these are known to move. Not much you can do about it. It's just what they do.
yeah. Did you do the character reveal like oh you have to reveal from the top of the head and then you just quickly drag it
That
up to
I
the
didn't
feet?
do. I did,
No.
however, show my throne, by which I mean an image of a throne.
Ah. So do you have a complete model or is it like
Oh, yeah,
waste?
there's a complete model.
Gotcha.
Usually I only see this much because my layout has me hunkered down in the corner.
Gotcha. So, Sorry. What makes you unique as a VTuber?
It's actually a pretty interesting question. Like, I'm not. For me, VTubing is more means to end for what I'm really doing, which is streaming through the backlog.
Hmm.
Which means the thing I kind of notice is I sit outside a lot of typical stuff when it comes to VTubing.
Hmm.
I'm not interested in merch drop. I'm not going to cover King. Oh wow, that's a dated reference. I'm not interested in like singing or doing art or anything. I'm basically neck deep in a backlog project,
Hmm.
and occasionally dragging and or getting dragged into stuff by other people.
So, is there anything you hope to accomplish through your channel aside from getting through the backlog?
I am trying to grow the channel somewhat. The numbers aren't super important in the end. I would like to hit partner.
Hmm.
Not sure I'd accept it, but I'd like to make it an option just to show that, well, yes, I can pull that off.
You don't need to be it, but you want the bragging
Yeah,
points.
I'm in a position where I actually have a 9 to 5 job, and I actually prefer that.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people like to make the big dream is, oh, I'm going to go corpo and this will be my main job. Like, no, I do not want my paycheck relying on the fickle whims of an internet audience. I'll take the biweekly pay from the 9 to 5. Thank you.
Yeah. No. Tell the truth. As someone with a full time job, yeah. Oh God. So, who is a VTuber that you'd love to meet, and what would you most like to talk to them about?
That's again kind of an interesting question. I've always been a bit of a don't meet your heroes kid kind of guy.
Ah.
And I don't like, I've actually explained before to people, I do not have an Oshi and probably never will.
Hmm.
In fact, I don't have an Oshi mark. That's set as a goal right now as kind of a joke.
So, is there a maybe not meet, but watch from afar? Is there someone who sticks out in your mind as like a personal favorite?
I think the one I'm watching right now would be Professor Bloom.
Mm-hmm.
He's a retro streamer
Gotcha.
that I found like a year or two ago. Soon after I started streaming, it's like, yeah, I can watch this on the non-streaming nights. That's fun.
Nice. So, what would you rather see a VTuber doing? Playing games, talking, or singing?
Hmm. I think if we're talking like if I'm seeing them live, talking or games can be fun.
Hmm.
Singing is one of those things where I'm not against it. It's just, yeah, that's where I just catch your cover on YouTube, you know?
Yeah. uh, so, what do you like to do while you watch your favorite streamer?
I might dig around through some random websites, or sometimes I might just have a game myself going in the background.
Hmm.
But usually, if I'm watching a stream, I'm actually paying attention to the stream.
Yeah. So, what advice would you give to someone who wants to be an entertainer?
Please pace yourself. So, I when I started streaming, it was at the tail of one of the VTuber booms,
Mm-hmm.
and everyone had some very interesting ideas on how things were supposed to go. Like it was like they were expecting the growth to be super fast because you might recall we were watching a lot of. There was a time where VTubers were seeming to just spring up as partner overnight.
Yeah.
Yeah, so people were thinking that like to give you an idea, it took me a year. I am affiliated on Twitch. That took a year.
Yeah.
And when I reported like 9 months of not much happening, people kind of freaked out.
Hmm. So,
So it's like,
wait, hold on. I'm sorry. There's an affiliate on Twitch and there's a partner on Twitch.
yeah,
Oh, I
affiliate's the easy one, relatively speaking.
gotcha. Well, so you're affiliate now. You would like to be
Yeah.
partner. What's the requirements for partner?
Oh, that changed recently. The big one is you need to have 75 concurrent viewers. I think you need
Ooh,
to do that for a certain amount of time for 2 months right now.
wow.
This is actually slightly easier. From what I know, it used to be basically a vibe check. Because once you hit the numbers they listed, you were allowed to apply, but that didn't mean you necessarily got it. Uh,
Gotcha.
for comparison, affiliate's actually really automated. Once you hit the numbers, it says, hey, do you want to be affiliate? And then you pretty much just get it.
Huh.
No questions, no trial period or anything. It's just yours if you can get the numbers.
Nice. So, what was the anime that roped you into the genre?
Remember when I said I'm 42?
So you don't watch anime?
No, because that we're about to get old school here.
Oh, okay.
So, okay. So, history of anime was I knew a kid who was really into it in like my was that my grade school years? Yeah, that was my grade school years.
Hmm.
So I saw some old stuff. I'd say the one I saw a good bit of when I was really, really young was Ranma One Half,
Mm-hmm.
or Ranma Half, I guess.
Yep.
The one that really, like, excuse me, Momo, do you mind? There is a cat in here with me. Two cats in here with me. One of them is climbing into my hamper right now.
Gotcha.
So anyway, I'd say though the anime where it was like, okay, let's start watching anime, that kind of moment, that
Yeah.
was Slayers.
Hmm. I've definitely heard of that. I've never seen it though.
It's real. It's a fantasy based anime and very silly.
So what year was that, you think?
Okay, around that time, the stuff I originally watched was like Rama Half. I think another one I saw back then was All Purpose Cultural Cat Girl Nuku Nuku. That would have been like the
Hmm.
late 90s.
Yeah. Okay.
Slayers, I know, was like an 80s, 90s thing. I probably started poking at it around the. Yeah, that might have been late 90s. That might have been a really late 90s, maybe just a bit past 2000.
Yeah, I've been I know my way around a few of the older anime.
Yeah.
I'm watching through Trigun again right now.
I also, it turns out I watched a good bit of old anime as a kid and just didn't know it.
Ah,
Fun thing if you want to do some research one day and see something interesting. Do you have any idea how many children's shows in the shown on American TV in like the 80s and 90s were actually just anime? Straight up, just dubbed anime.
man, it would have probably been
This
quite a
was
few.
before the boom, so they never made a big fuss of it. But it's like,
Yeah.
hey, do you remember something like Little Bits or Mind the Bee as a kid? Congratulations, you watched anime.
Hmm. Well, there you go. I mean, but most people they didn't even realize that Pokemon was anime,
Oh yeah,
and I would have thought that much
like
was obvious.
yeah. Pokemon is about when the anime boom is starting to get big, and it's becoming very obvious that oh right, this is actually anime. But you back up a bit, and like again, we're going old school here. This is back when anime, as you define it, was stuff like VHS from a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy,
Yeah.
or like the handful of dubs or subs being put out. And again, this is VHS because we're predating discs. No
Yeah.
CDs or DVDs, no DVDs yet.
Yeah. It's still in the original Dragon Ball days.
Yeah,
Oh boy. So, which anime had the best music?
that I don't think I can make a call on. I haven't watched much anime in a while, and thinking back, it's like I don't think I can pin down anything where I can say like, yeah, this one.
Do you have one that sticks out in your mind at all?
Not off the top of my head, I'm afraid.
If we're gonna talk about older anime, how about this one, the original Berserk?
That I have surprisingly never seen.
Oh, oh, it's awesome. Uh, if you get the chance, definitely.
Although, actually, if you want a really, really good anime opening from back then,
Yeah.
look up Dominion Tank Police. The U.S. opening, if you want to be sure, because I think the dub got a different opening.
Hmm. Dominion. Hold on, I'm just gonna type
Yeah,
it.
okay. Dominion Tank Police,
Police.
which saw a surprising amount of airtime in U.S. television back in the day. Do you remember the Sci-Fi Channel?
Oh yeah, yeah.
They used to air anime on Saturdays. That was one of the ones that cropped up a lot.
Oh, and the cover is of red women. Interesting.
The other thing I was about to mention, if you end up coming across them, yes, this is the one with the pair of very, very 80s cat girls.
Ah,
The
there you go.
poofiest of hair.
Oh boy. Anyway, back to this. If you could go to an anime convention tomorrow, whom would you cosplay as?
I have never been to a convention. That's one of the things I really want to do someday. Cosplaying, I don't really have the body for it. But if I was going to have some fun with it, my thoughts are either get a box big enough to be the cardboard Gundam, or, or if I want to be really funny about it, wear my perfectly normal clothes, and if anyone asks, it's my Solution 9 cosplay from Final Fantasy 14.
I do not get that reference at all. And so do you like Gundam then?
I've had some poking at it through other media. I've never really been able to sit down and had a chance to sit down and watch Gundam.
Ah, I actually started making the model kits this past year.
I have made a couple Gunpla.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's surprisingly
enjoy
fun.
it. Yes. It's like Legos except the Japanese version. So everything is really cool and awesome, and you can make about 1,000,000 articulating points on a robot.
Yeah, that's the impressive part is when you're done, it's like, oh, I basically made an action figure.
Yeah.
Like an actual working one. You can pose it. The limbs can be moved. That's actually kind of impressive.
Yeah, I mean, it's better than most action figures though.
Yeah.
Because like the knees have 2 joints on them. How does that even work? I don't even get it. Anyway. Which game did you have the most fun playing on stream?
So, every once in a while, I find a game, and my thoughts are I need to inflict this on people. So I'm going to say it's a toss-up. The one I did last year for Halloween was Creepy Redneck Dinosaur Mansion 3.
Mm-hmm.
It's the first game in the series, by the way. Don't question it.
Yeah.
Which was a very interesting, also very meta game. A lot of fun, though. Though I think the one I like to bring up, because this is one I came out of a brief hiatus because I needed to show it to people. And let me look it up because its name is a mouthful. It is a first-person shooter, and its full title is, I quote, Slayer's X, Terminal Aftermath, Vengeance of the Slayer. Moses! Again, so, Cat just said hi.
So is this the kind of thing where it's like, I had to see it, now you do too?
More or less. It is a good game, but like, how can I sum this up? Okay, the best way I can sum up this game is that time I was a 90s edgelord, and maybe I saw The Matrix at one time. It is, if you understand what that means, that's what the game is like.
Oh, man.
Very deliberately so.
It's funny because I've certainly played through quite a few bad games myself, except that when I do game streams, I don't do it for as Jack Jinseki, but when I do them, I'll do point and click adventure games, and I've been through the gamut when it comes to those things. I did all the classics, as you know, Monkey Island, Day of the Tentacle, that kind of thing, the LucasArts stuff.
One of the things I have waiting in the wings is I do have all the Monkey Island games. I should get to those.
Yeah. I played, at the behest of my friend, I played through 3 and then stopped after that. But, because then they get into, like, this 3D thing, and they tend to fall off in quality at that point, so I was like, eh. But there's this one company, it's called Daedalic, and they have really good games. They have one that's called Edna and Harvey's New Eyes, and then they have really bad games. There's this one called The Whispered World, and the main character is literally a sad jester who is pretentious.
I have that and poked at it a bit.
Yeah, who is pretentious and deliberately as depressing as possible.
Moses. Again, Cat saying hi in here, so I'm occasionally getting attacked.
Hi, cats.
Yes. Hello.
Anyway, so I do have an appreciation of bad computer games. and very much the same mentality. I had to see this, now you do too. So, on to the more random questions. What's a song you can't help but dance to when you hear it?
Don't think I really have one. I'm not really prone to dancing.
You don't dance if you want to? You'd leave your friends behind?
I was gonna say, are we doing this? Yes.
Okay, how about this? What's your favorite chill out movie?
Oh man, I haven't been able to really sit down for a movie in a while. I'd say a good one if you want to kill a few hours and get a good laugh out of it would be the Fifth Element.
Oh, I love that movie.
That one's good.
I love that movie. It's a great answer to the question too, because if it was like on TV and I just popped into the middle of it, I would sit and
You'd
watch
still
through the
watch.
rest of it.
It's one of those movies you can just stumble across and like, all right, I know this part. I got to see this part.
And the funny part is that Chris Tucker plays the most annoying man on earth, and then that more or less became reality. We make fun of that part because he's annoying, but they totally want
the expert
of all the predictions they made in that movie. That one was the most accurate. Oh God. So, has a song or movie ever brought you to tears?
Not a song or movie, but I can recall a game that I streamed.
Mm-hmm.
Leica, Age Through Blood. I've called it the most depressing Metroidvania. It is an amazing game. I totally recommend it, but it is extremely heavy. Like, you had better be ready to take a hit before you start playing it.
So, what's something crazy you've always wanted to try doing?
The one I actually did was ride a zip line. Which was actually kind of cool, except I forgot what they told me to do at the very end of it. I took a sandbag to the head. Don't worry, I had a helmet on to keep it from getting anything ugly, but I felt that for a while.
Ooh. Yeah, you couldn't put me on a zip line. I would be terrified. It's not so much. Here's the thing: I used to weigh a lot more than I do now, and when you're fat, you look at things in terms of, can that support my weight?
Yeah.
And zip lines, I'm like, there's no way.
Like, it wasn't one of those super high ones, so I was only ever a few feet off the ground. But it does go away, and you probably wouldn't expect this if you've never done it before, but when you actually go on a zip line, you just go.
Oh.
Like, you step off, there's no acceleration or anything, you're just going now.
Oh boy.
That's how they do it. They get you in the harness, they have you grab hold, and then you just step forward, and you'd think you'd slowly pick up speed, no, you just go.
Oh boy, that does sound fun.
Yeah.
What's something you've made that you're proud of?
I'll think on that a moment. Actually, I like the meme I made. Give me a moment. I think I'm gonna try to send it to you. So just give me a moment here. Just give me a moment here because I know I have it.
Oh dear.
I think I need to. Yep, there you are. I just need to download you. Okay, it's going to get dumped into your Discord. Just give me a moment.
That is okay.
And there you go. Very, very simple, but that's why I love it.
There you go. That is indeed a meme.
Yes.
I'm not going to explain to the audience what it is. Although I can very safely and confidently say that it is indeed a meme. I'm just going to leave you in the dark, though. Uh, anyway, what's your favorite holiday and why?
Hmm. Hmm. Christmas is usually pretty nice.
Hmm.
Just like it. 4th of July can also be kind of fun. I'm actually very close to my town's fireworks display.
Yes.
So that's actually kind of a nice holiday for me. I can just walk down there, get some terrible for me food truck food, watch the fireworks, walk back. Don't have to worry too much about the crowds or anything because again, I'm just walking a little bit.
Nice. So you do the fireworks display? Do you have the festive meal of any sort? Do you do the grill?
Not really. I think we just eat normally that day, and that's like, yeah, later in the evening, I'll probably get something from the food trucks.
Ah,
Watch them because again, I just have to walk down, enjoy the show, walk back.
nice. So, what's the best amusement park you've ever been to?
I've got to go to one sometime. It has been ages. I do know way back in the day we used to head out to family used to head out to Hershey Park in Pennsylvania every year.
Yep, I've been there.
Yeah, it's been decades. I'd actually like to go again sometime just to see how it's changed.
Hmm. Yeah, it's probably been decades for me too. Uh, it's been a long time.
It would have been, oh god, last time I went probably would have been, yeah, probably in the 90s actually.
Hmm.
So it's been at least like 25 years.
Wow. So, would you ever talk to a stranger unprompted in a public setting?
I am way too much of an introvert for that.
Oh, I just remembered back on the amusement park setting.
Yeah.
Um, do you say the where you're from in your chat, or is your relative location known? Can I say it?
I've mentioned I'm in New Jersey. I don't care
Gotcha.
about people knowing I'm in New Jersey because if they want to come and pester me in real life, they have to go into New Jersey.
Isn't New
Have
Jer
fun.
isn't New Jersey the state of Action Park? The
Yes.
yes.
Yes. I always find it hilarious when people realize that because I figure that's a bit of a local thing. I have never been, in case you want to ask. I am well aware of it. It got advertised. I moved into New Jersey sometime around the mid to late 90s. It was getting advertised a lot. Never been there, but I have heard the stories. And there are like, go look on YouTube. You can find some great documentaries about it. There was a book. I wish I brought it.
Did you ever get to see the slide with the loop?
Yes, I have heard of that. Who puts a loop in a water slide? Water does not go up, people.
There's like one picture of it, and it's the funniest thing I've ever seen. It looks so stupid.
Remember, there's a reason the local doctors called it things like class action park or traction park.
Anyway, I just had to bring that because that place is the funniest freaking place ever.
Oh yeah.
Oh god. Anyway, what game makes you the most competitive?
I'm gonna admit I'm not really a competitive type. Most games I play are single player and some co-op stuff.
Okay. So, what's the weirdest thing anyone has ever told you?
Ooh. Do you want to hear a completely unhinged story?
Absolutely.
Okay, so I ended up with a very interesting encounter back in my college years.
Mm-hmm.
Some guy coming up to me babbling something about uh being his boyfriend because I think he need to like get at his son or some random shit. Imagine spending an entire bus ride with a guy saying the most lewd things to you. It's like, when do I get off this bus? When do I get off this bus? No, I was on a light rail at the time. I had to lie to him about where I was going, get off, wait at the station for him to leave before I can get on my own bus.
Nah.
It was like, okay. And then some of my stuff got stolen, so that sucked.
Oh.
Because I called there's a box at the station you can use to call authorities. As soon as I could, it's like, yeah, we're calling because I need this guy to go now. And I meant leaving my bag unattended. A few bits got stolen out of it. I had to
Oh.
redo some homework because of that, because somebody stole my discs.
Oh God.
Yes, I had floppy disks. We're going that far back. I'm class of 06, people.
Oh boy. Yeah, I had to use the floppy disk too. I'm not quite that young. I'm in my
Yeah.
I'm in my 30s.
Started with floppy disks, ended with like a USB drive. And somewhere in the middle was CDRs.
Hmm. So and now they have like everything's on the cloud.
Yeah.
Ugh. Oh,
I suspect if I was doing college papers today, it would all be on a Google Drive.
yeah. No, the cloud stuff is just awful. None of it's any good. I would so rather you use a USB.
Hmm.
Anyway, what's your favorite thing you ever cooked yourself?
I'm not sure this would count as cooking. I've made these peanut butter bars a couple times that are really good.
Hmm.
They're not really baked. It's like you're basically making peanut butter fudge and topping it with some chocolate.
Hmm.
And then you just wait for it to harden.
Hmm. That reminds me of something I did once. You know that peanut butter powder they sell in the stores?
I've used that before.
At one time, I thought as an interesting experiment, I would mix the peanut butter powder with the peanut butter to make peanut butter balls. And it
Kind of worked.
kind of worked. However, they do melt.
Ooh.
So if you leave them out, they flatten and they melt. But if you're just eating it like right there on the spot, they hold up pretty well.
So one thing you can do, which is what I've done, I forgot the ratio for it though. You can mix it into Greek yogurt.
Hmm.
You can mix it into Greek yogurt, put it in the freezer to harden. You've basically got Greek yogurt balls. Very nice.
Huh. There you go. Now, on the other hand, what's the worst thing you've ever made cooked yourself?
So the good news is I don't think I've ever had anything turn into a total disaster. Like you've probably seen the image of Homer Simpson setting water on fire. I have never made a mistake that big. So I can't recall anything where it's like, "Oh wow, I royally screwed this up." There's been some salvage jobs and the like, but I can't think of anything where I could point and I'm not a great cook, but I can't point to anything where it's like, "Wow, that's a total disaster that could kill people."
Duh. Uh, so, you find $50 in the street. What do you buy with it?
I'd actually have to think on that for a while. I'd probably end up holding it for a while I think about what to do.
Hmm. uh, that's interesting. Nobody ever says I would need to hold it and think about it. They usually the most popular answer is I would save it. And I'm like, yeah, I probably would too, but like
Yeah, it's like I'd
the
have
question.
to think, am I saving this? Am I going to buy something? Okay, what could I do for $50 that would be worth it? So I'd have to actually sit and think for a while.
uh, how about this then? You are suddenly struck with the most impulsive urge to spend it. You have taken leave of your senses. You need to get rid of this money immediately. What do you go for?
Maybe dig through the Steam wish list and figure out, okay, what's on sale, what's about 50 would be a good idea. Go with that.
There you go. So, what board game makes you feel nostalgic?
The one that just popped right off the top of my head, Monopoly.
So it's funny because that question used to be which board game is in your family is most likely to start a brawl, and the answer to that was always Monopoly.
Monopoly.
Yeah, Monopoly used to be my favorite too, but honestly, ever since I asked that question about the brawl thing, everybody says Monopoly. I'm like This game is evil. It must be stopped.
That's the one, because I know we've been through like a few different copies of Monopoly in this house.
Yeah.
So that's why it just immediately popped into my head.
Do you have a favorite iteration?
Not that I could recall, because it has been decades.
Yeah. I used to have a NASCAR Monopoly.
Neat.
Yeah. I would want to be the little car token.
I was going to say, did this settle the argument on who gets to be the car?
Yeah, exactly. So, which decade's aesthetic vibes with you the most?
Probably. Well, I was going to say I was born in 1983, but I'm probably more a 90s kid ultimately.
Well, I mean, it's an interesting question, because does being born in the 90s make you a 90s kid, or does growing up in the 90s make you a 90s kid?
I think I'd lean a bit more towards growing up, although one thing I've learned looking back at a lot of stuff, a lot of the decades tend to bleed together to a good bit.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the stuff I watched as a kid was from the 1970s.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that, because when I was a kid, I was growing up in, like, I would say the early 2000s, I would say, was the prime growing up years.
Yeah.
And a lot of the kid shows I watched then, I associated as, like, being of that time. They weren't. They were from, like, the 80s.
Yeah, you were probably, a lot of stuff went into syndication. You were probably catching a lot of stuff rerunning from the 80s and 90s.
Yeah. And it blows my mind, because I had no idea that the shows I was watching were either a decade old or even older sometimes. It was crazy. So, do you collect anything?
Not really. I've had a few collections here and there over the years, had stamps for a while. Remember when there was a coin for every state in the US?
Yes.
Somewhere in this house hides a full set of them.
Oh man, they went off the rails with those freaking quarters. Yeah. It was like I had a map. It was a US map, and
there's a little hole for every quarter.
For every quarter.
Yeah, we have a full one somewhere.
And I remember when it came out, the first year was 1999, and just after they went through all the original US states, they just kept going. And then they made all sorts of things, and I was like, this kind of makes it feel all kind of pointless, doesn't it? I don't know. I don't know. I don't understand anything anymore. I'm an idiot. So, my final question of the interview: what smell reminds you of home?
No, I don't think there's a smell that would quite remind me of home. Partially because my sense of smell isn't the greatest anyway.
Is there a sound that reminds you of home?
That'd probably be the pets. I have grown up alongside animals. Like pretty much my whole life.
Nice. So, that's all I have for today. If you're in the audience, I will be providing links to all of Kharne's various socials in the description to this video, as well as in the side chat. Be sure to subscribe to him. Kharne, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you.
Thank you.
And any chance I get to talk about Action Park, and and with that, I was.
I'm going to tell you, I am both. On one hand, kind of regret that I never went. On the other hand, oh boy, did I dodge a bullet.
Honestly, the fact that you're alive here is testimony to the fact that you didn't go.
Yes.
I mean, they must have had people sign waivers or something.
As far as I can tell, no.
People would just go to this place where you just jump like off a cliff into a small body of water, and the park is just like, look, we're not gonna make you sign anything, just be cool.
I
okay?
fully encourage people to look up Action Park. What was it, Defunct Land? I want to say it was a channel that did a big documentary on it. It is totally worth watching. It is amazing. The stuff you will see is amazing.
Oh god. Anyway, I was your host, Jack Jinseki, and joining me today was Kharne. Bye bye, everybody.
Bye.